I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Indicators for my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides, that bet you say you.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Rudolph goes underneath for Bell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Gone!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. James has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. and is really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On second down, it's Bell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Gone! Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Green 39!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. That it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rudolph. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The give is to Bell. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy. and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Green, 39.
A give to Bell. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the right hash, this from 33. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
On the ground, Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you and maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball. You name it, it's difficult all the way around, but the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Dante Hightower on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gun!
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rudolph on 1st down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Space to run past the 20. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Detroit!
Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here, as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, here's Bell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. Look at the spin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Okay, Paul, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Gun! 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 Gun!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, In fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's a give to Bell running left. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Rudolph looking to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Bell. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Bell. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give, this is Michel. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken in at the 22. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now Bell. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Michelle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, Michelle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They'll look to throw here. Able to get away. And he coughed it up. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Patriot!
Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. This is Bell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Rudolph letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.